Coach, just first impressions over 6-7 days of the offense so far, what you've seen in fall camp?
First impressions, everyone came out ready to compete. That was a big emphasis of us coming out of the summer, coming out and attacking every single day, competing in anything really, whether it's, in practice or you see the competitions at the end right there, right? We're always just trying to compete, always trying to find that edge to win. And so that was my biggest first impression, was just how everybody, coaches, players attacked these first 7 practices, and I'm super fired up about them.
If you were to name an offensive MVP through 7 days, who is it?
An offensive MVP through 7 days, Jalen Jenkins. He has been explosive. We've utilized him a whole bunch of different ways, and he's answered the call every single time, making big plays in the pass game, in the run game, finding the crease, hitting it, sticking his foot in the ground. He's twitchy as can be. And just his overall mindset between meetings and practice and rehab and prehab, Jalen Jenkins has been a very, very bright spot.
Kind of the same question, just in terms of freshmen, though. Who's maybe the freshman MVP through 7 days?
It's my same answer as the spring. I know he's not, a true freshman anymore, but Carlos Hernandez, man, he's you wouldn't think he's 17 years old or a true freshman. He's mastered the offense. He's so smart. He's crafty with his routes, run blocking. He's just so aggressive. He's a strong kid too. And so Carlos, has continued to stick out. Really excited about his progression.
And, you mentioned Carlos, you mentioned Jalen, and then it kind of seems like that depth has been something that, has really shined through this fall. Zion had that one-handed catch today, and then, all the incoming transfers, DT, Kyle, Josh, have all been doing well. So, for you, how do you think having that depth, in the running back room and the wide receiver room, also the tight ends with Cooper and Andre, opens up the offense for you guys?
I think it opens up the offense exponentially. I think it's huge just being able to shuffle guys in and out, and you feel like you don't lose a step. But I think my favorite thing about that depth is that it's kind of turned into competitive depth, guys pushing each other, guys who think maybe they're the guys, well, they're getting pushed by the guy right behind them, and it just makes them perform even better. And so I think that's the biggest thing that we've gotten out of the depth that we've built here is the continuous, all right, I better be on my best, or the guy behind me is coming after me. So, and it's all in good fun too. Those dudes, they love each other. They're always hyping each other up, dapping up, all that stuff. So it's it's fun. It's fun having a bunch of dudes who love making plays, having the ball in their hands, and get going.
And kind of piggybacking off of one of Jamie's questions, if there's kind of an unsung hero on this offense, or most improved from the spring to now, who would you say that is?
Ooh, an unsung hero. All right, Cooper Mathers. Cooper Mathers, he probably honestly deserved to be in the MVP talk with Jalen too. Cooper Mathers has been balling out, making big-time catches, understanding his run blocking assignments, been physical in run blocking, but just in the pass game, I really see him becoming a big threat. His ball skills he has unbelievable ball skills. He tracks the ball well. He has strong hands, clamps them down. So he's probably an unsung hero for sure. Cooper Mathers is a dog.
Where'd this hat come from? Where'd you get this hat?
Shout out Crimson and Gray. All right, Crimson and Gray. I walked in there. I'm a big rope hat guy, and I walked in there, saw it, and it fit my style, so I snatched it right up.
You, for the older guys on the team, you're not even that much older than them. Mm-hmm. You have to be the kind of the guy that they relate to age-wise the most. Do you feel like that's kind of made a difference on the field, or just wondering if you kind of being able to relate to them in terms of age has helped at all?
Yeah, I think the whole age thing, people can choose to look at it one of two ways. Either it's a disadvantage. Maybe I don't have the years of experience as other people. Maybe they don't think I'm as mature, but I see it as nothing but a positive and an advantage because I do relate to those guys. I was in their shoes not that long ago. I know what the players like out of a coach. I know what I didn't like out of a coach, right? So I told myself I was never going to be that way. I do pride myself on being relatable with them. I want them to be comfortable with me because I want them to trust me, right? I can't expect them to trust me if they're not comfortable and if I don't, if I don't have their trust. So I see the age thing as a total advantage. And the great thing about the age thing is that the staff I'm surrounded by are unbelievable. So So any shortcoming that there may be, I don't see one, but any shortcoming that there may be is definitely picked up by the staff because they've been in the game. They're great coaches. They're smart, intelligent, and they're really relatable too. So I think the player to coach comfort level is super, super high. I think they do trust us, and I think they're comfortable around us.
So you're talking like TikTok with them, or like how do you relate to them?
You know, I scroll on TikTok every now and then. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm up to date on every trend, but, you know, I might be able to pop one out every now and then. So,
last thing, with Zion today, I had him for at least 3 touchdown catches. What did you see out of him in practice today?
you know, Zion, he's kind of just had a little lingering injury. So he's really kind of been out the last 3 or 4 days. And today was really his first day being back out there kind of in a live, moving set and scenario, and how encouraging was that, right? I think you're right, 3 touchdowns. And again, it just comes back to that competitive depth. Like, hey, that guy hadn't been out here, but he's been working on the side, making sure he stays in conditioned up, make sure he strengthens up his little injured area right there. And he came out and he was ready to play and he was ready to ball out. So I was fired up with Zion.
Here's your thoughts on Cam over the first week or so of practices.
Cam's been great. You know, just kind of piggybacking off the spring. He takes the coaching, 0 pushback. He's really developed his leadership style, his leadership skills, becoming more of a presence on the field, and with all of that, just naturally becoming more comfortable with the offense that I run. And he knows it like that. You know, everything runs smoother when Cam Ward's on the field. And so I think that's kind of shown these first 7 days, and I'm just really proud of the progression that he's made.
How's life in Pullman treating you so far in the adjustment?
Pullman's great, you know. Got me a nice green yard. Water that sucker. I pride myself on my yard a little bit. You know, you can't beat the end of spring and summers in Pullman. It's the most incredible weather I've ever been a part of in my life, you know. And whenever we get to the fall and winter, it doesn't bother me one bit. As you can tell, I wear shorts out to practice. I'm cold by nature, I guess. So, but Pullman's been great. Super inviting community, proud community. Love the Cougs. And again, that's just something that's so unique to a whole lot of places. And they've been very welcoming to me and my wife. My wife has made plenty of friends here, whether it be people outside of the coaches' wives or with the coaches' wives. They've all been very welcoming and really, really, really nice to my wife. I can't even say it a different way. And so Pullman's been awesome for me.
What would constitute as a successful scrimmage offensively on Saturday?
Oh, man, injury-free. That's my biggest thing. I want to come out healthy, you know. I want the guys to go out there and compete, right? Compete. I want to see them execute at a high level, you know, be detail-oriented. Okay? Be detail-oriented to your job, your position, what you need to get done. And, you know, hopefully we move the ball up and down the field a little bit. But at the end of the day, I want to come out healthy. I want all of our guys for that first game. So that's what I'm hoping for. That'd be a success.
How much discussion amongst the coaching staff is, hey, let's savor this moment with these guys because things are changing, obviously, in this ever-changing college football landscape here over the next year, specifically within this conference? Yeah,
you know, Coach Dickert, he said it, I think, perfect the other day. We just focus on the now, right? It's not our job to worry about next year, the years prior, or the years before, or anything like that. Our job is to focus on the now. We get to coach the players that we have, right? Their trust is in us. Their parents' trust is in us. So it is our responsibility to give them everything we have every single day, and that's how we savor this moment, right? We live in the now. We prepare for this season and put the best product out on the field we can.